people are so isolated today. I keep coming back to that with, the digital world that we live in, but it's true. Like the biggest thing that people are struggling with is depression and anxiety. That stems from loneliness.
Atomic Souls Podcast.
We were chatting with Trey yesterday, and he said something that really stuck with me.
He's our lawyer friend.
What's that?
I was telling him who that is.
Oh, our lawyer friend that was on yesterday. But he's a personal injury attorney. And we were kind of talking about just like the mentality around that, because there's some bad actors that kind of have that ambulance chaser situation. And with him, he's like, look, I don't want to do this. Like, I would prefer to not need to represent people. I just know that there are people that need representing. He's like, when I walk into a store and like the mat's kind of ruffled a little bit at the door where it could be a tripping hazard, I spread that out, make sure nobody gets hurt by it. Like, I'm not looking for people to get hurt. The issue is that people they do get hurt and they need somebody to represent them effectively. And I resonated with that because like, I would love for nobody to do drugs and nobody to have mental health issues. And I do everything in my power to make sure that people don't have to struggle with that. But the reality is they do.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not chasing down addicts like, oh, keep doing these drugs so you can come do treatment with me. No, I'm trying to get them away from there. If we can work ourselves out of a job, that would be the best thing ever. I would love to go do something else. But that's the reality that we live in, is that people need help.
Absolutely.
High quality help, because there are places that do that.
Yeah, there are places
feed people
paying
drugs.
people.
There's
pay
bad
them.
actors. Exactly.
So there needs to be more good actors raising the standard and paving the way for that. And I think people see that. Like, even someone we had recently graduate, that was what they were like gushing to me their last week, and they were just like, I've been to a lot of places, and she said, I had an imbecile therapist the last place I was at. And she's like, that's a strong word. I was like, it's fair. Some places. And she like came in judging us and was like nervous, like guarded, all that, withdrawn, kind of showing up late, like having all these kind of things. But we just kept with her, and we kept, like showing her like the quality that we are and like how we actually care. So by the end of her time here, she's gushing to me about this place. Like, both of us tearing up, talking about her progress. She's done trauma work. Like, it's so cool to see the actual like progress, and gotta take my head out the weeds sometimes and talk to people that are going through it.
And that's the value of building out robust alumni programs too, is truly we're trying to develop community. I think that's the pandemic that we face, is a pandemic of loneliness. Like, people are so isolated today. I keep coming back to that with, the digital world that we live in, but it's true. Like, the biggest thing that people are struggling with is depression and anxiety. That stems from loneliness.
Yeah, and the substance use is a maladaptive coping skill.
Yeah.
Which usually, if you take it away and start looking at it, it's like, oh, like, where does that come from? It's usually like some kind of family of origin, community issues. And so fixing all of that, or working through it and getting into a healthy community, is really game changing.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm excited for our alumni. They have alumni night this week, next week. Yeah.
I don't know. They're setting up all kinds of big shit out there right now.
It might be tonight. They're doing fitness group and alumni.
Yeah, they
had some extra food.
They had a fruit bowl.
They're doing alumni and fitness group tonight.
Okay. Yeah. We walked out there. Scott's like,
we just stepped it up on the snacks. Like, we have pinwheels out here. And
what do you mean we don't have money? Here's the money right here.
Fruit trays. And
Scott's like, why are we buying all this? No, it's alumni night.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, no, that's awesome.
Yeah, we had a good alumni for how long we've been open. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's the important thing is, about developing the alumni. Like, I'm having to backpedal. I've got 9 years of alumni that, while some stay in contact and we do alumni events and stuff, the interaction is incomplete. So, we've probably got like 3,000-ish alumni out there.
That's cool.
And being, for my inpatient stuff, being in Mississippi, it's already very spread out and rural. So it's important to have that. And we're just, we've been kind of staggering through it pretty well, but not well enough. So that's, I'm kind of trying to step into that. And we're doing a big crawfish boil and, stuff like that in the next few weeks. So, alumni engagement, not only lets them know you're still here if they're struggling, but lets you applaud them for their successes and stuff. And we still have alumni showing back up to our big event that we do in October that are, 7, 8, 9 years sober. That's cool. Showing still up to that thing because they're proud of it,
Yeah.
And they need to know we're proud of them and we're still here. And
they have a lot to offer too.
With getting involved with the new guys and letting the guys that got 1 year, even the guys that are showing up with 1 year, seeing the guy that has 9 years show up is big.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because I feel like around 1-2 years you start to go, do I really
sometimes,
want this?
Sometimes.
Or like 5 years, there's like those marks.
Right. I say it all the time, like in the rooms of the 12-step rooms, you'll have these weird gaps where after 5 years you don't see anybody, and then you got all the way up to 5 years. There's a big group, and then there's this weird 5 to 10 year gap, and then there's the older group that's in there that's been in there forever.
Yeah,
but it fizzles at some point, so the amount of engagement's important for the community.
Yeah, the old timers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited to see our alumni. Lori and I are meeting today to talk more about family involvement as well, but really trying to focus on building out that community. Like, how do alumni buddy up with current clients, and how do we bring in family more and make it, even more solidified in the process of what we're doing. So it's less siloed and less just like the client is the client, like bring in the whole family, bring in the alumni if they're buddies, like, have more foundational support from the start.
Yeah.
That's what we're looking at. Even like family, maybe like a family alumni month, I don't know, once a quarter, instead of just the current client family, bring in the alumni family. We had an alumni share their last month for the family night. An alumni came in who's about to get 1 year, I think, and shared their story. And their parents actually came to hear them. Cool. I was like, oh, I love that there's an alumni family with their alumni. I've been knowing y'all for a year. That's crazy.
That's super
awesome.
Cool.
It was so cool. So I'm like, we need more of that energy because that was really cool.
Yeah. It's
maybe have their parents speak.
I think it's something that we think about a lot, but it's difficult to implement, of how to make people that aren't currently in the program really comfortable with the space and just like being here to hang out for those types of things.
Yeah.
I don't know but that comes with the regular contact, right?
Yeah.
Which we are.
If you're regularly contacting, it's not as uncomfortable because you're constantly talking to these people.
Sure.
You're still
and so when it's time to come in, even if we're not really connecting with the family on a regular basis, they're still going to, like, if that person's really engaged with us, that family's still going to be really, connected to, like, this was a successful place for them and want to come and participate a little bit. So I think constant contact's hugely important.
We should do a family Discord.
Well, yes and no. I'm really curious to see how the app plays out, because I think there's going to be a lot of opportunity for that type of stuff inside of the app. And it not take so much emphasis on staff. That's the issue with Discord. That's what I had said in the beginning with you and Lori. Like, look, I'm down to do it. I said, but you have to have community managers, and right now that's not a staff position.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that
there's like bots you can do to like check in, but they're not
right. But if the whole point is to make human connection, supplementing humans with AI.